Okay, so let's start. Our topic is about individual differences among learners and why it's important for teachers to understand them. So I'll go first. For me, individual differences are what makes every student unique. We all have different ways of learning, thinking, and even behaving in class.
Yeah, I totally agree. Some students learn faster when they see something like pictures, videos, or diagrams, while others understand better when they hear explanations or discuss things with classmates.
True. And it's not just about learning style, personality, and background also matter. I've noticed that some classmates are really quietly and prefer working alone while others are super outgoing and love group activities. Some are confident to answer even when they're not sure, while others need to be the encouragement before speak up. Those things really affect how we learn and perform in a class.
Exactly. That's why teacher needs to be aware of these differences. If a teacher only teaches one way, not everyone can keep up. For example, I remember in senior high, we had a teacher who always gave long lectures. Yes, it works for some, but for others, they would lose focus or even get sleepy. But when another teacher used video, interactive activities, and even games, I observed that almost everyone participated. And yeah, when teachers understand our learning differences, it really helps. It makes us feel seen and respected. Like when my teacher noticed I struggled with writing but was good at presentations. She gave me more chances to express my ideas verbally. That really boosted my confidence and motivation. So, let's move on to number 2. Compare and contrast at least two theories of intelligence.
For this one, let's compare Gardner's multiple intelligence and Sternberg's triarchic theory.
Yeah, and I like that because it show that being smart isn't just about academics. Like I have a friend who isn't great at math but he really good at organizing event and handling people. That's interpersonal intelligence. Gradder theory reminds us that everyone has their own strategy.
Meanwhile, Sternberg's theory focuses on how people use their intelligence. He said there are three types: the analytical, creative, and the practical. Analytical is for logical thinking, creative is for imagination and coming up with new ideas. And then practical is for using knowledge and real life situation. So, if we compare them, Gardner focuses on the different kinds of intelligence, while Sternberg focuses on how we apply them. Gardner shows variety, while Sternberg shows function or process.
Yeah, and both are helpful for teachers. Gardeners help them see that every student has unique talents, while Sternberg help them design lessons that develop creativity, logic, and real-life skills.
And both theories also remind teachers that intelligence isn't just about IQ or grades. Even students who struggle academically, they might have other skills too, like leadership, art, or even empathy that deserve recognition too. So let's move on to number 3. How can these theories guide teachers in addressing diverse learning needs? So these theories are really helpful for teachers when planning lessons. For example, using Gardner's theory, teachers can prepare activities that fit different intelligences, like group work for interpersonal learners, drawing for visual learners, and even role play for bodily kinesthetic learners. And I've seen that in action. In one of our education classes, our professor used music and group skits to help us understand the topic. It was fun and engaging, and even when quiet students participated, it showed how effective varied activities can be when considering students' differences.
For Sternberg's theory, teachers can design lessons that target all three types of intelligence. For instance, in a science class, a student can solve a problem logically, It's analytical. Create their own experiment is creative. And explain how it's applied to daily life is practical. That way, everyone gets to use and develop different abilities. And these theories can guide teachers in addressing diverse learning needs by providing a framework for understanding how students learn and what types of instruction are the most effective for them.
That's right. I also observed during my field student that teachers who know those theory can adjust their strategies easily. One teacher noticed some students were struggling with a reading comparison, so he let them draw the things instead of writing paragraph. That's applying multiple intelligence. It really helped those students express their understanding in another way.
Yeah, that's the point. When teachers applies these theories, they can make learning more inclusive. Students don't feel left behind because there are many ways to learn and show what they know. Okay, so let's move on to number 4. Provide concrete examples or insights based on your experience, observation, or real life classroom situations. I remember in junior high, my math teachers only used lectures and board work. I struggled a lot because I couldn't visualize the problem. But in college, one of my professor used real life examples and group problem solving. And that really helped me. And some, maybe, to understand the lesson better because we could relate it to real situations.
Same here. In our literature class, our teacher used to make us read long stories quietly, and it felt boring. But later, we had another teacher who let us act out scenes, create posters, or even write our own endings. That made the lesson more exciting and easier to remember.
I've also seen how classmates perform differently based on their strategy. One of my classmates isn't really good in a written exam but does great in a oral recitation and presentations. That's why I think teachers should give a different type of assignment, not just tests but also project performance or discussions.
Yeah, and I think teachers who recognize students' differences create a more positive environment. Like in my internship, our supervising teacher made sure every student participated in their own way. Some wrote reflections, some did art, and some performed. It really showed that everyone's ability matters. And that's what makes teaching so meaningful. When teachers and students, when students feel understood, they're more motivated to learn. And when teachers who apply these theories don't just teach, they connect, inspire, and even help students discover their strengths.
Right. Understanding individual differences and intelligence theories help teacher bring out the best in every student. It's not about treating everyone the same. It's about giving everyone the chance to shine in their own way.
Exactly. It like what we always say, we may learn differently but we all have a potential to succeed.
Very well said, everyone. And as a future educators, it's our job to remember that, to value those differences and use them to make learning more effective and enjoyable for everyone. And that concludes our topic for today. Thank you for everyone's participation.